Step 10, continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. I mean, for me, that was never high on my list of priorities, to take an inventory of myself. But now that I'm sober and I've worked the previous 9 steps, this is where really the joy of living sober starts to happen. I look at my life every day and I decide where I succeeded, where I could have done a little bit better, where I was getting the results I wanted, and where I can do better next time. And that's what this step is really all about. The problem is promptly admitting it. As an alcoholic and an addict, I was always the kind of guy that if I was wrong, I'd never admit it. And if I was right, you would even have a harder time. I really stuck to my guns. But that never really made me happy. What it did was give me a lot of resentments, a lot of anger, and a lot of frustration. Now at the end of my day, I do an inventory. I do a spot check inventory during the day. How's my day going? How am I feeling? Where could I do better? Is there somebody I owe an amends to? Is there somebody I owe an apology to? And I don't do it so much even for them. I do it for myself because I don't want to be carrying around all that frustration, all that resentment, all that anger, because it just makes me feel unhappy. And that's not why I got sober. I got sober to live a quality life, to live a life of joy. If you look up the definition of the word joy, it means calm delight. Now, I've had enough excitement, enough anger, enough nonsense for 3 lifetimes. That's not why I got sober. So now when I find myself going off the beam, I stop and I look at what's really bothering me. And that's when I do my inventory. I also do an inventory every night before I go to bed. And it lets me take a look at the day because I want to sleep soundly. Do I owe somebody an apology? Could I have acted a little bit better in a business situation? Did I treat somebody harshly who didn't deserve it? There's other things too, things that I really wasn't interested in looking at as a young man. You know, I just wanted to get sober. I just didn't want to be in the pain of active addiction anymore. Did I really criticize somebody with the idea of trying to make myself feel better or feel superior? Or was I truly trying to help that person? A lot of times I had the habit of hiding a bad motive underneath a good facade. So like I look at these things, and these are things that can creep up at any time during the day, and it makes no difference how much time I have sober. So by continuing to take that personal inventory, and when I'm wrong, promptly admitting it, it makes me feel better about being myself. It makes me feel better about the life I'm living. And it also helps me to be more at peace with others and my fellow man. It helps me in my private life, my personal life, and my business life. And most of all, it helps me with my relationship between myself and my higher power, because I want to keep pushing forward. If not, there's really no treading water with this for me. I have to keep expanding. I have to keep growing. I have to keep moving forward, pressing forward, or I start slipping backwards into old habits. So this is something that I highly recommend if you haven't tried it. I did my 4-step inventory where I sat down, I took my moral inventory. I told my sponsor about it in my 5th step, I got rid of it. But on a daily basis, if I keep cleaning away any problems that arise, I don't wind up with that huge 4-step inventory at the end of the year again that I have to do. I'm taking care of business as it comes along.